Hello, I'm Wabi Sabi, and for this video, I'm gonna be walking you through setting up a small desk space where I can create and get into the habit of creating. I recently quit my job, and I'm living in a place that is very different from home. So even so, I will be creating a nook, in a small art nook where I can just get started. And I figured, procrastination aside, I should begin the video by showing you my process. Here I'm just clearing the desk of anything not art related, so leaving room for art and your creative space can be difficult, but as I learned today, you just have to get it started. And no matter how small the space or how unideal the space may be, it's crucial to just make a space for it, right? Here I'm covering the table with bubble wrap because that's all I have. And eventually I did find a plastic bag to use as a sort of cover for this table. Um, but the bubble wrap is what I started with, and then I just decided to make it a sort of pad for extra cushion for my paintings. Completely unnecessary, but I kind of like the sounds of bubble wrap underneath my paintings. Don't judge. I think that there are so many aspects of painting that go unnoticed. One of those aspects would be creating a space to do art, which is what we're doing here. And second is really cultivating the mindset to create, or the want or need to create. And then third would be gathering your materials to create what it is you had envisioned. And in the gathering, in the creating of space and cultivating that mindset, it can be very easy to execute the painting or the creative output. When the output is made, or when the creation is made, the next thing that goes into my mind would be how I'm going to put it out to the world, how I'm going to frame it, how I'm going to gather all of the creative juice that I initially had making the painting and sharing it to people that I think would benefit from it, or would just quite simply enjoy the work or the piece. It's either that or store it in an archive, a box, a journal, a shelf where I can reflect on it, think about it, write poetry about it, or use it as inspiration for the next painting that I'm willing to share. It has been a long time coming before I'm able to paint again and even film this video and talk about art. Man, like, it's been a while. Like, it's been, I don't know, a year or so. The procrastination is real, and I have not been very responsive to the gift of being able to create, being able to share what I create with you all. It's something that I've put on the side a lot. I had to deal with quite a lot of thoughts in my head before actually going out there to share these pieces with you and this journey with you. And a lot of it, as I previously mentioned, has a lot to do with creating a healthy mindset. A mindset that is willing to share work with you all, that removes the inner critic, that is bold enough to bear basically your soul on a canvas. But nonetheless, we are here. It has taken a lot before we got here. I was very sick for a while, and I still am, but we make the most out of it. We will journey with this with eager eyes and eager hearts, and I'm just really excited to be touching paint again. I don't know, it just feels so good to create after a long time, and sharing with you guys all of these good little bits of stamping my painting and mixing colors is such a pleasure, and I'm so grateful to be here with you all again. Recently, I went into a talk about cultivating peace while creating art and using creativity as, I guess, a vessel to do that, cultivate that. But this is what I want to do, guys. I want to keep showing up for y'all and creating things that you will enjoy, things that just bubble in my brain, and textures and colors that I can't wait to share and talk about with you all. And it's just gonna be so fun, y'all. The color of this painting is so unplanned. It actually took me a while to film and share the progress of this painting, because honestly, I started it I think last month or so. And I never got back to it, so we're back at it. I think it's very reminiscent of waves crashing on a shore and a sunset, usual themes of my paintings. But, it could be more, and I will update you guys on the development of this painting. Who knows, maybe tomorrow I'll film another video as we continue into the detail work of this piece. I am using my hands for this painting, and I forgot to bring my brushes. Again, we make do, and it's not going to stop us from creating what we must. And so if you're watching this and you're thinking of painting, you don't need all that fancy equipment to start. You just have to deal with what you have. I use forks, spoons, knives. I use ugly brushes, clean brushes, dirty brushes, sticks, twigs. You can use anything when creating, really. It's really up to you. It is your piece, after all. I've played a lot with strange materials. A couple years ago, I used flour on my paintings, but that's a pretty bad idea, and I would not recommend that again. You could get mold in that thing, and I don't know about that. You don't want to get people sick with that mold. You don't want to make cheese at the end of the day. This color purple. Okay, so this color purple is, when I first tried the color, it looked pretty dark and black, but mix it with a little bit of white, and it makes that Barney purple that we're looking for. I still don't know where this piece is going, but yada ta-da, we just enjoying it. We just having fun with it. I take a lot of deep breaths when I work. It can get overwhelming when painting. You could decide to stop, you could decide to continue, and the deep breaths help you to pause, to think about what the next step will be, or else you'll end up with a muddy mess. And muddiness is fine, sure, if that's the look you're going for, but if you'd like to achieve clear, crisp colors and intentional abstraction work, it would be really helpful if you took a deep breath and examined the piece as a whole. Here I am lining the edges as to achieve that seamless look. The painting doesn't end at the front part of the piece. The edges are also noteworthy and worth putting some effort on. Imagine like you walk into a room and the first thing you see sometimes, if the painting is hung on a wall, is the edges in the corners. So why not, right? Why not make the corners a worthwhile view? Here I've dipped my fingers in water as to create the more, I guess you could say, watercolor effect with the painting. Make it spread and blend with blue effortlessly. And I'm using my hands as a palette, and I was tempted to just spread it just cuz. So I'm highlighting bits and portions where I want to see more definition, more color, more depth in the piece. And I don't know, guys, I'm just really psyched, and just it's just, yeah. Oh man, I've been holding in rather so many creative energy and juice. I'm leaking creative energy. But yeah, this is the piece. And yeah, I hope you guys liked this little paint with me video. It's super spontaneous and random. And now we're gonna wash our hands because it is part of the creative process. Like I said, there's ingress, there's egress, there's the beginning, middle, the end of the process. And I thought I'd show this to you guys too. Make sure that the sink is clean when you're washing your hands, because the paint could stay in the sink, so it's always wise to give the sink a rub down. So I'm gonna tuck the seat away and turn off the lights, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!